Alien is a 1979 sci-fi horror movie directed by Ridley Scott and starring Sigourney Weaver, Tom Skerritt, John Hurt. Alien is among the most innovative and influential horror movies of all time, together with something like Halloween and Night of the Living Dead and Psycho and Jaws. It's right up there among the best and most influential horror movies for very good reasons, especially in the sci-fi genre. And this movie was basically made because Star Wars was a success in 1977. So now everyone started making a lot of sci-fi movies, both slightly good and very darn bad. But Ridley Scott produced a masterpiece. And when you say masterpiece, there are a lot of different connotations that one might take, but masterpiece to me is something that just works great in its entirety. The whole product comes together flawlessly to create something that stands the test of time. A movie is timeless when you can watch it in 2017 and you're still gripped in what's happening in the movie. Now that is great. You all know the story, you all know the characters, the ship Nostromo, 7 crew members, they have to land on a planet while they're going back to Earth. They find this little egg, one of them gets attacked by this facehugger, he gets infected, and an alien bursts out of his chest, and now the crew must try to survive and avoid this creature, while one by one they're killed off. The movie is an ensemble piece, pretty much. Every single character is important in one way or another, even though the character of Lambert is just completely annoying, the other ones work perfectly. And there isn't really, until the very end, there isn't really a clear-cut main character, because I always thought when I first watched the movie, I thought that Captain Dallas was gonna be the main character played by Tom Skerritt, and it's not, it's actually Ellen Ripley, who has since become one of the most influential and important female characters in movie history, and for great reasons, because the usual, they don't talk about having relationships with men and blah blah blah. Oh, that shit is just put aside. She's a strong character, she's not overly masculine, she's not strong, but this movie has a lot of themes, and one of the themes that is tackled is the theme of rationality versus emotional responses, because Ripley is pretty much the only rational character in the movie together with the android Ash. Because the other characters are all very emotional, they rush things, they don't really stop and think. If something happens, whoa, I have to act fast, I have to, try to do this, try to do that, go there, do this. No! You have to stay calm and try to do the right thing. If there are rules, for example the quarantine rule, you follow the freaking quarantine rule, okay? You don't just enter the spaceship with someone who has just been attacked by an unknown organism. You just don't do it. But all the other characters are just always moved by their emotions, and Ripley is an emotional character, even though she isn't extremely deep in this movie. We get to know her better in the sequels, but in this movie you get the sense that she knows what she's doing, you have to trust her, and she is the only one that survives in the end. And that's because she is the smartest character in the room, and not to say that the other characters are not smart, they're actually quite interesting to watch. Also John Hurt, rest in peace my friend. His performance is short but extremely memorable. After the movie was released, everyone got angry at him because what are you doing? You just putting your face inside the egg? It's not putting the face inside the egg, it just doesn't know what's happening. It is interested. I mean, I would be interested. I would be like, oh, what's in that egg? Seems interesting. Oh! Facehugger in the face. That's what pretty much happens to him, and I understand it. And they're not scientists, they're not smart ass people. They pretty much honestly don't know what they're doing with regards to this creature. And we have to talk about the xenomorph, okay? You pretty much never get to fully see him in his entirety. But he is one scary ass mother, because this movie builds tension in unbelievable ways. The first hour of the movie is pretty much just setup. There is nothing really scary, but it sets the tone of the movie, it sets the character up, it sets the atmosphere, it also sets the location, the setting of the movie. You go throughout the entirety of the Nostromo, you get to know these incredibly claustrophobic locations where after you actually see a bit of the alien, pretty much everything could be part of the alien. Even though it's an organic creature in this inorganic ship, He blends perfectly, he mimics the environment almost, as you can see in the ending of the movie. And the actual creature has probably less than 5 minutes of screen time, but you can feel the presence throughout the entire movie. And it gets very intense, especially in the second half. And it's a brilliant exercise on terror and tension. And even though I've already watched this movie other times, and this time I watched the director's cut, it's still an intense experience. It still is among the finest horror movies because you do care about the characters, you do care about what's happening. There are no outdated special effects, outlandish sequences. It's actually a pretty contained experience that works beautifully with the material that they were given. H.R. Giger did a fantastic job with the creature, the sets look phenomenal, the special effects and visual effects are great, top-notch, the acting, except for Lambert, everyone else is great in the movie. And it's a satisfying film, even though it's almost been 40 years, we have a new sequel coming up, sequel, prequel, whatever. This movie still stands the test of time. It's a standalone experience that works beautifully, and easily one of the best movies that Ridley Scott has ever directed. And we also have Blade Runner, we also have The Gladiator and other movies, but Alien 1979 remains one of the best movies ever made, in my opinion. And the best sci-fi horror movie. But still, guys, what do you think of Alien? Do you like it or do you dislike it? And are you looking forward to Alien Covenant? Tell me in the comments below. Thanks as always for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.